Hello out there, this is Coffee Breakdown, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. And I apparently made a mistake last time. See, I had originally bought the game a little while ago somewhere else, and then I saw the first chapter on Steam, and recording things on Steam are just a little bit easier for me than recording through other ways. So I bought it on Steam as well, and I thought I had loaded up the Steam version of the game, and I didn't. I had loaded up the other one by accident. So that's why the sprites now are going to look a little bit different, and apparently, I guess the translation is also a little bit different. Hopefully a little bit better, because it just seemed a little off. With the first episode, so we're just gonna go ahead into this now, and it looks like the sprites were updated or something, I guess, with Steam. So hopefully it's gonna look a little different, hopefully better, but we will go from there. So let's just get right back into it. Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was also only one class. Kind of like a one-room schoolhouse, I guess. Oh, not the spacebar. You want to hit the right key? There we go. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. It's a bit chaotic. I'm told that long ago, there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. See, here you go. Mion looks a lot different than that like... She still looks like Hatsune Miku a little bit, and I don't know, she still looks kind of young, but not like that 8-year-old that we saw in the last episode. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead, right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Heh. Too bad. I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Oh, okay. Change of music, because why not? I didn't realize we were going to Circus School. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Reina. It's dangerous. She's here. Who's here? Huh? Then Satoko-chan is... Her name was Satoko Hojo. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap, a blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious, Satoko. A haughty laugh came from beyond the door. Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round? No, this is Satoko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from the blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. Ow. So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Satoko is after. Making me focus my attention upward. So as I lifted my hand to the door, There were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape. A frightening trap. God damn. A potent and terrifying trap, concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoko. But in the end, nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw open the door and stepped into the room. Uh-oh. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. Oh god, the sound effects. By the time I realized she had me, hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. You would never think that this was a horror game at this point. Just saying. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to me on shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, ow, ow! An inkstone filled to the brim was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it. And now we have a 6-year-old? My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keiichi-san. Aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual traps, Satoko. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. You little... Ow, ow, ow! It seemed I'd inadvertently sprained my back a little when I'd landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. Another one? A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, pain, go away. The small, dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. Oh, God. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. No, it's not. Yay, Rika-chan! Good morning! Good morning to you, Reina. Good morning to all. She talks very formally for like a 8-year-old, 9, I don't even know how old these kids are. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Reina, Mion, and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over in her direction. Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. I am the very model of a good girl. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof... Wah! I picked up Satoko by the back of her collar. She looked like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it... I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half. Kinda doubt that, but okay, we'll go with that. Eek! Stop! Get away from me, you beast! Do kids even say that? Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. Yeah, really. A small hand tugged on the back of my shirt. She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? I could think of ways. I gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. It doesn't bother me. How old is this kid, seriously? You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting, yeah? Rika gently petted the head of her prankster friend. She's got a thing for patting heads. You would never guess those two are the same age. What, 6? I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. Oh god, her eyes! What the hell happened to her? As she observed the scene, Reina's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. Oh, Satoko-chan is crying. Oh god. So cute! Oh my god, what is wrong with her? You can't take them home. The practical one of the group. Oh, but they're so cute! You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit is fine? Is fine? Reina's a closet kidnapper. Reina kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Reina is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Even little girls? That's a bit creepy. Object or person, okay. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. Then I can just look. Just looking. That should be fine, right? Right? Oh god, what is this girl's problem? Reina swooned over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to turn Reina into the authorities. Are we supposed to remember that for later? Forgive me, Reina. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. You are way too cheerful about this. Dinner bell? Oh, the teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Satoko, that inkstone is yours, right? Just from Mion's single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Good plan. Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up. Aha! We made it in time! Rise! Attention! Mion gave out the morning commands. Okay then. It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. But naturally, she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Why naturally? Reina and Mion, being in the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for their teacher and helping Reina and Mion with their studies. Because that's normal. You're a pretty good teacher, Keiichi-kun. Easy to understand. Reina took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. I'm not sure who's talking there. They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. So while you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. For one, isn't she supposed to be in a higher grade than me? Look, Mion, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there'll be trouble later on. With these marks... It's not like I'm aiming to go into a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exams a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relaxed than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams. Mi-chan, Keiichi-kun is doing his best to teach us. We need to try hard too. You're such a good and honest kid, Reina. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into a good school. When did this become his problem? What? Thanks so much. Especially you, Reina. Private lessons, just the two of us. God. Private lessons? A puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Reina's head. Pretty sure that's impossible. But hey, because anime. Exactly what kind of private lesson is she fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? Oh, that's making her turn so red. I'd like to hear the play-by-play about that next time. No, you wouldn't. You really, really wouldn't. While Mion was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question. So, in the city, do you have to study this much? If you don't know at least this much, you can't get into university. So you studied just to get into a university? Isn't that like everywhere? Well, yeah, basically. While knowing that this stuff won't ever come in handy in the future. I wonder if the developer is saying something here about the state of universities. Out here, you can get into university as long as your attendance is good enough. Really? Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock. That's right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. If anyone can get into university, then there's no need to be all uptight about this stuff, right? Well, that's true, but you should at least know stuff that's common knowledge. This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should be spending your precious teen years doing more meaningful things. It was too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. She's got a bit of a truth thing going on there. I mean, not saying that, you know, education is, you know, horrible and you shouldn't pursue it at all. That's not it. But well, there are some things in life that are definitely more meaningful. But since it was Mion, it probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning. Hey, she doesn't seem that bad. In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbell drifted through the classroom. Because they couldn't afford a bell, I guess. Kei-chan, we're done! It's our wonderful lunchtime! In a complete 180 from her unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands that signaled the end of the morning period. Keiichi-kun, let's have lunch. Star? Okay, I honestly don't know what a star means in this, so... I might have been making a very troubled face. Reina smiled brightly at me. Alright, let's eat! There seemed to be different cliques, even within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Of course it was. There wouldn't be a story about you if you weren't different. Our ages were different, and we had both boys and girls. But we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Reina and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desks over as well. Keiichi-kun, hurry, hurry! Reina waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes. Keiichi-san's lunchbox is most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crusts like some sort of destitute plebeian. Why don't you just show it to us? Come now! Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid to her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over to join the circle. I've never heard such a play-by-play description of people just opening their lunchbox. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Well then, Representative Me, please give the signal to start. At first, this was kinda embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends. Let's eat! The sound of our little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Okay. Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. How much younger are they that they were even scared to approach this kid that's pretty much, like, surrounded by girls? Let's see. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys just see older boys as scary. Okay, I guess he explained it. I don't see why, though. I mean, he's pretty much just been an asshole to Reina. Compare that to girls, well, at least these girls aren't picky. What does that even mean? We put all the side dishes in the middle where everybody was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As the fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch. My, isn't Sir Keiichi's lunch extravagant today? My, isn't Madame Satoko's lunch extravagant as well? The stewed stuff has a nice look to it. Rather trendy. Ah yes, there's nothing better in a lunchbox than stewed stuff. I know that sounds appetizing. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross-counter, stabbing into each other's lunch. My, how delicious! Oh, this taro is good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile. I saved some from dinner last night. By the way, Satoko and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. It seems that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too? These taste like Mom's home cooking. I was honestly impressed. The carrot rosettes weren't from a mold, they were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do. I guess Rika-chan's just good at this sort of thing. She's really good at sewing, laundry, and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Oh, yeah. Great for domesticity. Because every girl is into that. Amazing! Rika is quite exceptional in many ways. Oh ho ho ho! Not sure how I feel about that line. That's nothing for you to boast about. Reina's actually better at cooking than I am. Huh. Well, you know. It seemed that the topic of conversation switched to Reina when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Again. Reina's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Reina's lunchbox constantly, and left nothing for her. Everyone liked this one so much before, so I made a lot this time. It's good, I hope. I hope? It's got high marks from me. Ah, Mion, you're taking too much. Talking too much. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out and trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time and a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in mouthful after mouthful while praising it, and Reina's lunchbox was soon empty. It was kinda bad that no one thought to leave any for Reina. I just said that. But Reina seemed rather satisfied as she looked on. Well, that's something, I guess. How did you like it? Isn't Reina-san an extremely good cook too? Quite different from Keiichi-san. I said that's nothing for you to boast about. You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet? Oh. Satoko's face went pale. Why did the music stop? What happened here? Oh god. Again with the circus background. Alright. Hey, even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know? Of course I can. I really can. It's really hard for her to lie. Keiichi-kun, both taste good when they're boiled and topped with mayo, right? You shouldn't be picking on her. Mi-chan too. Reina hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Satoko. Well, just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko. What's this? Oh god, what? Mion lifted up her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon. But that's... Asparagus. Mion made eye contact with me, and within 0.3 seconds, I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. Holding a piece of bacon-wrapped asparagus and giving her two choices. She's pretty terrible. I think both of them are equally terrible at this point. The yellow one is cauliflower. No, wait, the green one is cauliflower. So which? Probably the yellow one is broccoli, and the blue one is cauliflower, but the green one is, oh. Do you really know which is which? How about you just give up? I'd expect no less from the class representative. God, they're all assholes to each other. The oldest. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal. I do know. I really do. Then answer the question. I know. Ah. She finally broke down and started crying. Oh god. Why is everybody crying every 5 seconds in this? When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age. Oh god, that face again. Oh. Huh. Oh. Cute. Oh god. Reina entered a state of euphoria as Satoko bawled her eyes out. This alone is pretty creepy. Reina was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheek against Satoko's head and smothered her. I don't even want to picture that. I don't. Really, a very content face. Why are we still talking about this? One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was that kind of smile. What kind of smile? Reina! Reina! Mimi is picking on me! Wow! Cute! They're all fucked up. It's okay. Reina Oni-chan will take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister. Is it actually... I think it's One-chan. Reina One-chan will take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister. So... Whoosh! Boof! Bam! It was like a flash of lightning. What just happened? What was that just now? Both of Reina's fists shot out at supersonic speeds, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Why? Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawled spread eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling with matching welts on our faces. Okay. This is the first time you've gotten one, right? Today, she went easy on us. So she just randomly flattens people? Easy? You mean there's something harder than this? With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back to the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Reina. Tiny fists of fury. See, Satoko-chan? I took care of them. Cute. She is like the poster girl for creepiness right now. I want to take you home. Oh god. Please don't. Making sure Reina couldn't see it, Satoko stuck her tongue out at us. Damn it all, using Reina like a puppet. Rika-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word. Oh man. Well, that's the end of the school day. Apparently nothing ever got done, nobody learned anything, they cried a lot, and Satoko doesn't know asparagus from broccoli from cauliflower. Oh man. I'm still going on faith here. They say it's gonna get, like, a lot more mysterious, a lot spookier soon, so I'm just gonna go with that. Like I said, I have not played through this, I don't know that much about the anime, and I don't know about the manga. So yeah, I'm still gonna go on faith that it's gonna there's gonna be a point that it gets dark. We'll see. That's all I can say right now, but in the meantime, thank you guys so much for sticking with me so far. Let me know if there's anything else that you'd like me to play. You know, I'm always open for suggestions, as far as that goes. And I'll see you in the next episode. In the meantime, this is Coffee Breakdown, signing out. See you next time!